So starting off with the demo part of the OS hardening, let us start off with the disabling of the autoplay feature. So for that we'll go to the control panel, make sure you are in the administrator account, click on the autoplay, or at least you have the administrator permissions. So make sure that here we change all the values to take no action as default. So after changing all the values to the to take no action, let us go ahead and save it so as to disable the autoplay function completely. So before going ahead and knowing more about the emmet, so let us go ahead and install the emmet software. So installation is pretty simple, just the normal basic installation. So we would go ahead and click on the use recommended settings. So we would finish the installation. So after this is done, let us go ahead and see how emmet works. So after installing the emmet, let us go ahead and open the application and check out various different things in this application. So here we could see the various different mitigations that are generally present. So we could only see 4, but there are 12 in total. So as to implement this, let us go ahead and click on the app tab on the top. After clicking on the apps tab, we would get a window which would list out all the applications that are generally installed and the various different mitigations on the side as well, so that if we want, we could go ahead and implement them by just taking them on. So we could go ahead and check if that particular application needs any kind of mitigations to be put in. So we could click on the various different views of the box there. So after that is done, we could go ahead and click on OK. So we need to refresh it. So once this is done, the mitigations are in place right now. So this was about using of the EMET tool. So now let us go ahead and look into the basic usage of the process hacker tool, for which let us open the process hacker tool. So here we could see under the process tab various different processes, and the under service tab various different services that are running, and under the network tab various processors with the port numbers and the to which they listen to. So right click onto the process, click on go to process. So that would take us to the process tab of that particular process. So we could go ahead again and right click and go to the terminatory option. So if you don't want this process to be there, let us go ahead and click this. So this would completely remove that process tree from the system. So now coming to the Linux part of this, so as to remove the services from the startup, so let us go ahead and do a sudo space service space -- status -all command. So this would list out all the services. But then if we plan to remove any application, so for example, let us take in Tomcat 6 from this. So if we would want to remove the Tomcat 6 from this startup, so let us first clear this off. So we would give sudo space update -rc.d space -f space the service name. So here it is Tomcat 6 space remove. After this is done, so this would be removed from the startup. So as to remove the application, so we would go ahead and type in sudo space apt -get space remove space Tomcat 6. So that is application name. So yes, so this is completely removed now. So this is how actually the service removal works. So as to close the unwanted ports that are open, let us go ahead and type in the command netstat space -tulpn, which would go ahead and list out all the ports that are actually open. So now we could select any of the ports that are completely unnecessary and which needs to be closed. So let us go ahead and give in the command. So let us clear this off first. So the command would be sudo space ufw space status. Let us see the status first of the uncomplicated firewall. So it says that the status is inactive. So we need to go ahead and activate the status first, for which we will type in sudo space ufw space enable. So now it says that the firewall is active. Let us see the status again. So we're going to type in sudo space ufw space the status. So it's now the status says that it is active. But then we could use this ufw to create rules so as to deny any of the ports. So let us go ahead and type that. The command is sudo space ufw space deny space the port number, that is this time it's 22/TCP. So a new rule is added to deny port number 22. So again we are going to type in sudo space ufw space status. So this would give out these different details about the port number 22, and the action performed on this is deny. So let us see if we could do with some other port as well. So we would go ahead and give in sudo space ufw space deny space 139/TCP. So again the rule gets added. So when we check the status, so it again says that sudo it again lists out all the ports that are actually denied. So now let us go ahead and check out the usage of the chh command. So we type in chh space -l space the username. In this case it is Ubuntu. So we get to see the different details of the password. So the last password change was the so and so date. So as to make changes to this, we need to have the sudo permissions. So let us go ahead and give in the sudo space the chh command. So sudo space chh space -M space the maximum number of days, that is 60 days, let us keep it, space -W space 7, so this is for warning, space the username. So we'll be asked to give in the password. So let us give the password. So after that is done, let us go ahead and check if these are actually incorporated. Yes. Okay, so yeah, so which means that these changes have been incorporated now. So this is about to use the chh command.